This is a special and unique week for us. Not necessarily today, but this week. Today is commonly called Fat Tuesday. It's a day when many of us will go out and eat that extra double chocolate donut from Dunkin' Donuts, or maybe you'll get a punchki or a punchki or whatever the proper pronunciation of that pastry is. Maybe you'll drink a third cup of coffee this afternoon because you can, right? Knowing that tomorrow everything changes. Maybe you're not going to drink caffeine. Maybe you're not going to eat sugar. Maybe you're giving up something else. You're fasting, all because we're moving into this season we commonly call Lent, and it begins on Ash Wednesday. Lent is about a journey. Now, we don't do physical pilgrimages, so to speak. You know, the Muslims all do a pilgrimage once in a lifetime to Mecca. Jews believe in pilgrimages to the Holy Land in Jerusalem to see the sights and the places where their forefathers have lived. We don't really do physical pilgrimages. But this is a spiritual pilgrimage that we're about to embark on. It's a pilgrimage of the heart, so to speak. It's a recognition that Jesus did a lot of living, if I can say it this way, between Christmas, his birth, and Easter, his resurrection. You've probably heard people use the phrase, there's a lot of C&E Christians, right? They're Christmas and Easter Christians. You don't know where they are the rest of the year. Well, this time of the year acknowledges the fact that there is a lot of life that was lived in between those two moments in the life of Christ. And the gospel writer Luke says in the 9th chapter that Jesus turned his face towards Jerusalem. He intentionally began his journey from Galilee in the north of Israel to Judah, where the city of Jerusalem was, the capital, the holy city for the Jews, knowing that that meant his death. He made an intentional move towards his death. We do the same thing this week. We're going to have Ash Wednesday services, 3 of them on Wednesday, mostly to accommodate those of you who want to come to an Ash Wednesday service, but because of your class schedule. Maybe you have a class at 9 and 11 and you want to come to the 10 o'clock, or you have a class at 9 and 10 and you can come to the 11. At the top of the hour at 9, 10, and 11 this Wednesday, right here in the sanctuary of College Church, we will be having an Ash Wednesday service that will provide an invitation for us into the season known as Lent. You'll hear a lot about that. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about why Lent, why we participate in Lent. I've kind of already made reference to that because Jesus lived a lot of life that sometimes we don't talk enough about. Mostly these journeys, these walks that he took with people. And so we go on a walk with Jesus over the next 7.5 weeks towards the week of the Passion, the week of his death and his suffering and his murder, in hopes of Easter, right? But we don't jump there first. We do life with Jesus first in the way that he did it. So really, that's what Lent is all about. It's this invitation into this journey. Just like you light candles in the Advent wreath at Christmas, and we prepare for Christmas the 4 Sundays prior to Christmas, that's what Lent is. Lent is entering into the suffering, entering into the passion, entering fully into the journey that Christ made 2,000 plus years ago now for our sakes. And there's a lot of things that we wrestle with and acknowledge in the meantime, and it all begins tomorrow, Ash Wednesday, and our Ash Wednesday services at 9, 10, and 11. And then I want to give you just a heads up, a reminder about chapel this Thursday. I want to thank those of you who are taking advantage of coming to chapel live or watching it on our live streams. Media does an amazing job, as they always do. But this Thursday is another significant moment for one of our classes. This Thursday at 9:30 in Centennial Chapel, the seniors will gather with Dr. Bowling for your chapel with him. So we hope that all you seniors, and I know some of you may be watching this and you're doing social work internships, or you're involved in your nurse clinicals, or you're doing practicums, you're an education major, and you can't come, you'll be able to watch it afterwards. But for those of you that are on-ground students that aren't doing internships, education, practicums, clinicals, we want you to come Thursday morning at 9:30 for that special chapel with you and our university president, Dr. John Bowling. We know it will be special. It was for our freshmen. 467 freshmen showed up. It was a great evening with freshmen, and Thursday morning will be no different. I know Dr. Bowling has a message just for you. Again, that's another part of our journey this semester, the class chapels. Second of 4, junior, sophomores, yours is coming. This Thursday, though, senior class only, 9:30 in Centennial Chapel. And we also hope that you'll join us tomorrow, Wednesday morning, whatever your class schedule allows for, 9, 10, or 11, right here in the sanctuary of College Church for an Ash Wednesday service. We can accommodate about 120 of you in each of those services. Ask that you wear your mask, that you practice social distancing in here when you're here for the service. There will be music, and I'll be speaking. Because of mitigations and wanting to do everything as safe and appropriate as we can, we'll not be imposing the ashes, but everything else will take place in here for our Ash Wednesday service. So we hope to see you Wednesday morning, and seniors, hope to see you Thursday morning. Continue this journey together, opening our hearts to what God is saying to us this semester about what it means to be one together. I hope that you're leaning into that you're praying for that you're seeking the ways that you can do that. And maybe tomorrow's service will provide another way for us to confess and repent for the ways that we've fallen short as we participate in Ash Wednesday and accept the invitation into the Lenten journey with Christ, going wherever he wants to take us. Hope to see you soon. Grace and peace, friends.